Alright, what's up, gang? Uh, Here we are. I've been manifesting something like this for a little while. I had some time to really sit and think about what I want to say and how I want to go about everything. But right now, I'm just probably going to just do a bunch of word vomit, get everything out, and yeah, hopefully you guys can relate to a couple things, and yeah, we can really start to heal from the inside out, and vice versa, the outside in as well. Right now, I'm just gonna start talking with you guys about anything and everything, things that people can relate, like I said, and some people cannot. Maybe a little bit of wisdom for some people as well. Yeah, let me just first start off with yeah, the fact that I'm still here in Thailand. It's been since 2015. I've been traveling to this place and gotten really comfortable with its culture and its people. I understand a lot now. Like, again, know nothing but understand everything, you know? So I've really grown accustomed to this culture and its people. I've gained a lot of wisdom from them. I've learned I learned how to deal with my frustrations a lot better. I've learned how to be calm when things trigger me. Not to live in that negative mind state all the time, you know. Just sometimes I know a lot of people, including myself, you just wake up and just don't feel right. I guess what they say, you wake up on the wrong side of the bed, and you just, you know, kind of just big fuck you to life from the jump. I still get these feelings. I still get these frustrations. I still get these problems that come into my life. But I'm taking a different approach to them now. And it's not easy. It's not an easy journey, but I'm definitely getting better at it. I'm starting to let go a lot more of just things that I can't control, things that are just out of my grasp. I really just try not to dwell on that shit, and just let life take its course sometimes, you know. It's the best thing that we could do, and just keep doing our best daily, of course. Rather just be picking up a piece of trash that, you know, that you walk past, that you just know, you know, for example, like, you know, and you see something on the floor and you're like, someone should fucking pick that shit up. It's been there for a couple days. Yeah, that person should be you. You know what I'm saying? So little things like that, little tricks that I do to myself to really make myself just become a better person in and out. And again, it's not easy. Life ain't easy, you know. And I wouldn't choose for it to be easy either. You know what I'm saying? I've noticed through all these hardships and all these challenges and all these roadblocks, I would say, just prepared me for everything else, you know. Just being able to deal with adversity and still keep my head and still keep my train of thought and still keep my focus and my discipline, and just nothing can knock me off my game anymore, you know. At least I'm working towards that, and just having things that fall apart right in front of me and just crumble and crush. The old me would just be so devastated, you know, so heartbroken, so just hurt, you know. But I just learned recently that, you know, the way that I've tried to handle things before just isn't working. It hasn't worked. 30 plus years of my life, I'm trying to go my way. It doesn't work, you know, it doesn't work. So I definitely had to seek out some better wisdom and better ways of approaching these things, you know. So I've been working on that a lot, and a lot of it has to come from, like, you know, the culture here in Thailand, the people, and their Buddhism. I pick up a lot from what they practice. I pick up a lot of what they practice because, you know, life here is hard, you know, for all of them. It fucking sucks. You know, it's not easy. You know, I'm sure if you've seen my stories and my feeds that right now it's flooding. Kids are just going to school and basically having to swim across the street to get to school, you know, and they're all doing it with a smile on their face, because if they hated it, it would just make things a whole lot worse. So I noticed that, like, how the approach is here is just like, you know, we're all in deep shit. Everybody's feeling screwed, you know, but it's up to our minds, up to us in our minds to accept the good things out of all this bad, you know. People say Thailand is poor, Thai people are poor, but I gotta say they're some of the richest people that I've ever came across in my life, because they still keep their family together. They still eat together. They still do everything together. Even my girlfriend, like, and it's hard for me sometimes because, you know, eating together is a big part of their culture. But right now I'm on this health kick and health diet thing. I wouldn't even say a kick, it's just my new way of life, you know, and I'm very strict on myself with a lot of things that I eat and consume. So it's hard for my missus to sit down and enjoy a meal with me when I'm over here just eating, you know, tuna can and chewing on small cucumbers and, you know, cherry tomatoes, and that's about it, you know. She really wants to enjoy like a nice cooked meal, and it's something that I don't allow myself to do just yet, you know. I have a different purpose for the way I eat. But just doing that and sitting down with her and sharing those moments is such a rich feeling, an enriching feeling that it's unexplainable, you know. And you won't understand it until, like, you know, you really seek out that you want to find wisdom, because when you're younger, you know, teens or in mid-20s or whatnot, you're not really fucking caring about that. You just want to go and party and see what else, you know, what other thrill you can find out of life and whatnot, which is all good, you know. We have to go through that path as well to reach to where I'm trying to head now. But the people, again, just its way, its culture, and the way they don't deal with, you know, the anger and frustration like we do back home in the West. In fact, here, anger and frustration is a very, very weak emotion. You know, we pride on people being angry and standing, hey, fuck you, you fucking have. People love that back home in the States. Like, hell yeah, you tell them, man, you tell them, you know. But here in Thailand, it's like, you keep it. You don't, and it's not like keep it to where you let it ball up and kill you inside. It's because, let me correct you, you don't even keep it. You just accept it and then you brush it off. You know, a guy cuts you off at the supermarket and cuts in line in front of you. First thing, that's gonna be a fight back home in the States. That's an absolute fight, you know, and we're throwing hands for sure, you know. But here, it's like, okay, you're in a rush, obviously, go ahead in front of me. I don't have to, you know, luckily I'm not in a rush. Let him be in a rush, let him cut me off, let him deal with it. And the way that they show you how to act right is nobody tells you anything. Nobody tells you anything, even if you're doing it wrong. You could be riding on the wrong side of the road and be completely wrong, and nobody's gonna tell you anything. They just show you by example what you should be doing. And they don't even say that I'm gonna give you an example of how to do it. They just always allow you to make that mistake until you realize and you look around, holy shit, I'm making a mistake. Everybody, I'm the only one doing that. I'm the only one acting this way. I'm the only one, and I'm a foreigner, you know? And I'm speaking in general. You know, these foreigners come here and they get pissed off and they get angry and whatnot, and it's just like, how, bro? You came here willingly, you know? What are you upset about? What are you angry about? This is Thailand. Like, culture's different. People are different here. You gotta learn how to accept different realities in life and cultures and stuff. So I've inherited that the best that I can, and I'm still trying to inherit it as much as possible. Just not letting things consume me, you know, not letting just that, you know, one person, just example, you know, just one person who was treated, walking down the street and you just see some guy, some foreigner treat a Thai person like shit or something, or Thai people being angry with each other as well, because it happens. You know, people do get angry, but it's something that you don't let it. You don't let the cup overflow with frustration and anger. You know, so even like something like that, negative that can start your day. Most people be like, oh well, I had a shitty day because fucking started off with that asshole this morning. You know, here we don't say shit like that. Here we just keep it going. If anything, we're kind of not happy that a bad morning started, but okay, this is bad, so where's going to be the good? There's got to be some good in the day. There's always good in the day. If you just change your thought process and look at things from a different point of view, you will understand that there's tons more things to be happy and grateful for, rather than just being pissed off because some guy was being rude to you, or some guy cut you off on the road, or you know, somebody almost made you crash on your motorbike, or just anything like that. You know, people, I'll exclude everybody, but I know myself, I'll keep those things, you know, with me. Like that fucking guy this morning, like I really hope he gets his ass kicked, or you know, I hope somebody does the same to him. Here it's not like that. I've learned to just let things go and not let, you know, the more you dwell on it, the longer they stay in your life. You know, so the less you dwell on it, easy come, easy go, you know, and then you can go about the rest of your day still feeling good, still feeling happy, being the person that you want to be, is being a good person, you know. So that I learned from just the Buddhism side of the Thai culture, and it's people just being calm and never really just telling you what you need to be doing, because they don't tell you what you need to do. You just tend to become more observant, and then you realize, holy shit, I'm doing this all wrong. I'm doing this all wrong. And these people are showing me without telling me. And it's a beautiful thing once you can realize that, once you open your mind and you realize that, holy shit, this whole time I've been thinking completely wrong. And that's going to be a lot of what I want to share with these videos that I'm going to be making from here on out. I'm going to try to keep doing this with you guys as often as possible, because I got a lot of experiences that I feel like a lot of people have not came across yet, or a lot of wisdom that people don't really seek out because I'm so far away. You know, not too many people can relate to me, and I understand that now. Before I realized, like, how come people don't fucking understand me? Like, fuck all these people, right? But the real thing is, and I said this to a fellow, a guy that I know, what was his name is Win. He's from DC. What's up, Win? How you doing, man, if you're watching this? But he just recently posted something about, like, he almost got in an argument with a barber because just the way they're talking, and you know, he just had to leave the barbershop because he just couldn't see eye to eye with each other for whatever it was. I don't even know what the conversation was, but he was just showing like a bit of frustration, and I had to just tell him too. I go, people are not going to relate to you, bro. As I told him this, like, I had just learned this recently. Like, people aren't going to relate to you because not many people have experienced life through our lenses. You know, he's also been out here in Thailand for a number of years. I remember following him from a long time ago. I want to say around COVID time I started following him, and he was already still out here, and he does this gym hopping and trains with a bunch of good Thai fighters. But I was explaining to him that, like, nobody's going to relate to you because you chose to take the initiative to go out and seek whatever it is that you're looking for, you know, and not many people do that. Not many people back from where we're from, you know, in the United States, we tend to just stay in our invisible walls and just keep working because, you know, money is the motive that keeps the engine going. So that's what people chase the most. And when you're someone who does complete opposite and just tends to walk away from all of that, the hustle and bustle, the 9 to 5, the big boss, have to be here for this meeting, this type of stuff. You focus on yourself and you want to become better inside and out, like I was saying. And people don't get that because they're just so busy doing what they got to do that they think that you're just nonsense. You're just saying nonsense. Like, oh, you're just fucking whatever, you stupid idiot. That's why you're still broke. That's why, you're still living the way you're living. But, what is it? Smooth waters never made a great sailor. So I look at all these hardships and all these, again, bumps in the roads that I have and everything that's given to me. It's overwhelming a lot of the time. A lot of the time it's very overwhelming. But again, I've just learned to control myself and control my frustrations and understand what am I getting out of this pain and this suffering and this struggle. And what I'm getting is wisdom. I'm getting a lot of knowledge. I'm seeing things from a whole different perspective now. Now I'm not asking for more hardship, but I just know that any more hardships come, I know I'm strong enough to take them on now. I know that I have the willpower to keep going now. Before, I would crawl under a rock, drink myself to sleep every day, or I would just drink myself to blacking out, and then wake up realizing what the hell I'd done, and just all that remorse that you get of, oh, what have I done? Or when you wake up and you hear people say, bro, you know what you did yet last night? Or you know what you said, and stuff like that. And that's no way of living. That's just gonna lead to a dead end road. So just doing that and just changing the way that I approach things and the way I look at things, and like, again, suffering leads to success if you allow it to. If you push yourself to endure the suffrage. And again, I'm not talking about like suffering from self-inflicted stuff like, oh, I'm suffering from addiction and shit like that. You got to get your mind right, bro. But life's hardships life's gonna keep throwing you fucking curveballs left and right, and you just gotta learn how to suck it up and take it. And the best way that you can do is just keep it with a positive mindset. Understand what we're learning. We don't lose anymore. This is what I tell myself. We don't lose, we learn. And when we're learning, you become better. You become a better person. And I'm very grateful that I was able to understand this in the times that I've been here, because I see people living here for so long and they just don't get it. They just don't get it. There's this man that I met, old man Bill, from Nevada. First thing when I met him, he heard my accent and oh, from America? Yes, I'm from America. Whereabouts are you from? He says, Nevada. You? I said, California. First thing he said, well, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. And that's the first thing that we do in the States too, is we love to just shoot out negativity. Anything. We don't tell you what we like the most. We will be the first to tell you what we hate the most. Oh yeah, I can't fucking stand that. Where do you stay? He asked me, where do you stay? Oh, I Condo Creek. Oh, I don't like it. When I was there, I stayed there before, I don't like it. When I was there, I used to call it the ghetto, he said. I called it the ghetto. I go, man, well, you obviously have never been in a ghetto, because we're in Phuket, Thailand, and this place is, this apartment complex is definitely far from a ghetto, because I know what a ghetto is. All my San Bernardino people, all my Santa Ana people, we know what the ghetto is, So I was like, bro, how long have you been here, Mr. Bill? I asked him, and he says he's retired. He's been here for 8+ years or whatever and whatnot. And I was just like, man, you just don't get it still. 8+ years, doesn't know how to speak Thai, doesn't respect the culture, still hates everything. He'll never grow. And that's when I realized, I was like, man, you're how old and you still haven't reached the type of wisdom that I'm already engulfing myself in. And I know, that's when I realized, again, referring to my buddy Win, it's like not many people can see through our lenses, so nobody can relate, because everybody's blinded and just following all the sheep off the cliff, and it boggled me, but humbled me at the same time, because I felt so grateful knowing that I haven't reached a whole nother level of just understanding of life, understanding of how you can let things destroy your mind, and rot your brain. Um, and I'm not just pointing my finger back at home in the States, and I'm just every culture, every part of the world. If you don't open your eyes and really see what's going on, you're gonna just stay blind, and you're just gonna be like the rest of the sheep. And it was just so crazy to me, because I'm like, man, you've lived twice my lifetime, and you've gotten nowhere. Mentally you've gotten nowhere. But yeah, to each their own, I guess, right? But being here overall is just a beautiful thing. The way the culture works, the way the people work together. Right now, there's tons of storms going on right now, and it's non-stop. The rain is like literally has not stopped, not one bit. It'll slow up, but the rain won't stop. And the government funding and everything, there's not much money for the people, and you just see it's the people helping the people. It's the locals helping the locals. And you're talking about a lady who just tries to fry bananas and sell a bag of fried bananas for 20 baht a bag, just trying to make just enough just to make ends meet for the day, and then she's got it rough when she can't even, her spot where she does fry these bananas are just flooded out now, or the government comes and kicks her off the street because this new foreigner investor wants to build a new building in this area now, in places that people have been selling fruits and street food for years, since I first started coming here. And it hurts me, it frustrates me, right? So I could just imagine how they feel when they have to move all their things that's been there for years, right? But at the same time, you look back at them and they do it with a smile. They accept the change. They're okay with the change. They're okay with things becoming different. And I feel like that's a big issue that I deal with too, is like, and I'm sure a lot of you guys do too, like fear of change. We fear changing. We fear, people leaving. We fear people doing us harm. We fear, things like this, and I just observed, and I see, like, especially in this culture, like the kids don't grow up with their parents around here, and it's not the fault of the parents. The parents have to get out there and find work and find ways of making money so they can keep their kids in school. So a lot of times they have to leave. The moms and the dads have to leave their children behind. And I know for me, it was very devastating when my mom and dad had split up. I was 9 years old when my mom and dad got divorced, and that messed me up mentally, and not knowing that as a kid. You just think, oh, mom and dad are split up or whatever, but it does affect you harshly, and I dwelled on it a lot. But here, it's like a way of life, and it makes them strong, because they don't look at it as like, oh, my dad left me, or my mom left me. It doesn't go through that. It's like mom's doing her best out there. Mom's still gone because she's still trying her best, and that's so heavy on me. That's so heavy on me, because one thing I fear a lot is like not losing, but like my girlfriend now. God forbid something happens and she has to go back to her family or something like this, And I know she won't leave me completely. I know she's not just trying to leave me, but like when you have to go back with your family, you have to go back. And I'm learning to not be attached, not put my happiness attached to anyone or anything. My happiness comes from within inside me. It comes from within me. My joy has to be within me. Yes, I love her. Yes, I'll miss her if she were to do something like that. But at the same time, I have to be able to push myself to be still happy, even though that is no longer there. That comfort is no longer there, And that's just another part of the wisdom that I sought out here, is learning to be okay with things that are changing, accepting things that's going to happen inevitably, Like your family, you're going to lose family members. Your family members are gonna die. How many of you guys have really thought that, ran through that in your head? Like, one day, my mom and dad are gonna be gone. How you deal with that? People don't want to deal with that. People don't want to think like that. But I mentally prepare myself for that. So when the time comes, I'm already strong. I'm already strong, you know? And I've always told myself, once I've heard this quote, is be a strong enough man so you could be that shoulder to cry on at the funeral. And that really hits me hard, because that's what I want. I want to be that man that everybody can come to me and cry on my shoulder. Well, I just tell them it's okay and I'll take it. I'll bear their pain, because God's made me strong. God's given me so much challenges and so much problems in my life that it just did nothing but make me strong. All the people that screwed me over, you know, people that ignore me, people that think less of me, people that already have their mind made up about me. It's okay, because I'm stronger because of it. I'm so strong now. And I'm not talking about physically strong, but I can bear the pain now. It used to be so unbearable. I used to not be able to handle it so much that I would just have to drink it all the way, you know, just to wake up with that pain even more stronger. And it's just not the way. It's not the way, because the way now that I'm thinking, I'm stronger now. I'm more strong-willed. I'm capable of taking on these hardships now. And that's how I look at it now. It's just like, it's going to be one hardship after another. And I'm okay with that now, because God proved it to me that I'm strong. Even when I told God, I'm not strong, God, I need you to take the wheel, God, because I can't do it no more, God. He said, damn right, you can't, but you can do it with me. And that's why it draws me back in. He said, damn right, you can't do it alone, but with me, you can do it. And he's right, man. God is so right. Because since I turned myself back to him again, he's let me go. He's let me go so many times, you know, that for him just to welcome me back again, it's like crazy. And now that I've sought the wisdom and sought the, you know, the clarity in life and how everything should be, it's just like it's an incredible feeling, because that's real love, you know. All that suffering and all that pain and all the hardships was just him loving me, telling me you could do it, boy. Saying you can do it. You can do it. Just keep going. Don't stop. And that's what I've been doing so far, you know. And I'm very grateful for that. I'm very, very grateful. And yeah, it's just crazy to think that this is where my life is taking me. You know, I'm not a rich man, you know, but I am rich. I'm definitely rich because I'm happy. I'm so happy. I have my soulmate. Not too many people get to say that. I truly have my soulmate. You know, it's someone that I've always wanted. And she just knows me inside and out. And my comfort around her, it's not fake. We don't tiptoe around each other. We don't try to, you know, oh, I hope he doesn't like when I do this, or, you know, we're absolutely comfortable with each other. And that is something that is just a fucking blessing from all the experience that I have seen of other people's relationships. You know, I've seen people who are married with people, and they know inside, even before they say it, I do, they know inside that that's not the person they want to be with. You know, we have that problem back home a lot. Again, I hate to bring them up again, but even at home, like, it's just like, oh, I'm tired of you now. I know we had a kid together, but I'm gonna go find something else. Like, they don't understand the true meaning of like hardship and love and suffering together. You know, because they don't understand that. You grow through all of that, and when you grow through all that and you go through those winters, when spring comes, baby, it's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful, lovely thing, and and I'm so grateful that I have that, and that's what makes me rich in my heart. It's just a wonderful thing. And I don't want to take this all down like a super dark, emotional way. I know I spoke this whole time about being a little bit more emotional and everything, but I want you guys to know also that I'm planning on having people here with me. We'll talk about things. I'll bring it to the table and let go of all of our emotions, our aggressions, and everything that that bothers us from time to time, and even more exciting things too. Like I'm gonna have people around that are my friends that are fighters, and we'll talk more about fight life, parenthood. I'm not a parent yet, but I pray to God that one day it does come around, and I'm hoping sooner than later that I get to be called a papa myself. But yeah, I just want you guys to really think about how we approach things in our life that make us annoyed or make us frustrated, and just understand that these things are not happening just because why is just life shitting on me? Life isn't shitting on you. Somebody's telling you need to get a little bit stronger, and learn how to deal with these battles. Because it's all this life is just a constant battle. Something's always going to be something. It's always going to be something that's going to be there, And once you learn how to keep a calm mind through all the chaos, you will find that you can control things a whole lot easier. Even with the chaos all around you, you'll be able to be more in control than you've ever been before in your life. But right now, I guess I'll conclude today with that, and hopefully you guys like what I'm sharing. Like I said, it's only going to get better. This is my first little video that I'm making. Tend to make a little bit more production better, a little bit more specifically based topics next time. But right now, like I said, it's just a little bit of word vomit, letting you guys get a little intro of what I'm trying to do. I'm also got a YouTube channel right now, a fitness YouTube channel. If you guys want to go and check it out, it's certified fit _HKT. HKT is just abbreviated for Phuket. Why they didn't use the P and they put the H, no clue. But yes, certified fit _HKT on YouTube. Go ahead and watch some of my clips. I'm doing a lot of shorts right now, shorts videos of me training. Actually doing boxing training for a buddy of mine, and fitness as well. Kettlebells, weight loss, Muay Thai, boxing, MMA, skateboarding. It's been a while, but fishing, snowboarding, cannabis, everything that you could think of, music, hip hop, history, everything like that. So I'm willing to take this a whole lot further than what we're getting right now. But yeah, a lot more in depth with the next video, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you guys. If you guys are still watching, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. All right? Buddy Cop. Thank you, Cop.